Welcome to Tour Chron. If you are a traveler and love nature, then you're at the right place. Please subscribe to us and press the bell icon. Antarctica is often considered the last frontier by many explorers. It is an area of immense cold, and few people have explored it. With most tourists seeking a unique adventure, the opportunities to travel to Antarctica continue to grow. Whether visitors want to watch whales or toast a long-dead explorer, a trip to Antarctica can provide one of the most distinctive adventures. These are our picks for the top 10 places to visit in Antarctica. Neko Harbor. Neko Harbor was first explored by Belgian explorer Adrien de Gerlache on his expedition to Antarctica from 1897 to 1899. The harbor's name comes from the Neko whaling ship that regularly hunted in the bay. The ship called the bay home from 1911 to 1924. The harbor's most famous feature is its glacier. Visitors can occasionally witness the glacier calving ice throughout the year. The ice that calves from it falls thunderously into the waters below. Neko Harbor offers more to visitors than just a wonderfully unique glacier. There are around 250 pairs of gentoo penguins that breed on the island. Weddell seals also call it home. Many of the seals can be seen laying on Neko Harbor's stone benches. King George Island. King George Island is a significant location for scientific research. Due to the studies conducted on the island, an airstrip was built, allowing planes to fly to King George. Some travelers visit King George by flying to the island, which allows them to explore the other parts of Antarctica. King George is home to a diverse range of wildlife. A variety of seal species call the waters around the island home. There are also colonies of gentoo and chinstrap penguins on King George Island. The island was discovered in 1819 and claimed by Great Britain, which was named after King George III. Following its discovery, several countries disputed Britain's claims over the island. Today, many of the countries that laid claim to King George have a presence on the island and conduct research. Lemaire Channel. The Lemaire Channel is an 11-kilometer strait just off the coast of Antarctica. Visitors will experience a memorable journey through the strait as they view humpback and orca whales. The channel is full of icebergs floating by the ships that pass through. On either side of the ships are steep glaciers, ideal for snapping photos to post on social media. Although it is claimed the Lemaire Channel isn't very scenic, there's still plenty to see on a visit to the area. The Lemaire Channel is only 1,600 meters wide at the narrowest point. Also known as Kodak Alley, the channel is popular amongst travelers seeking to snap pictures. Ships may stop off at Peterman Island once passing through Lemaire Channel. South Georgia. South Georgia Island is home to Sir Ernest Shackleton's grave. Shackleton is one of the most famous Antarctic explorers. His passion to explore the cold frontier led to his death in 1922 in South Georgia. History and exploration aficionados visit South Georgia to specifically see Shackleton's gravesite and pay their respects. Visitors will find Shackleton's grave in Grytviken, a former whaling station, and can see a variety of leftover sailing items scattered about. It is a tradition to toast Shackleton with whiskey when visiting his grave. After sipping a whiskey at Shackleton's grave, visitors explore South Georgia's diverse flora and fauna. It is the fauna that many visitors enjoy as they hike across the land. There are around 10,000 breeding pairs of king penguins. Helicopter tours of the area are possible courtesy of local travel companies. The bird's eye view provides travelers with a unique way to see the island, ocean, and wildlife. Falkland Islands. In 1982, Great Britain and Argentina fought over the Falkland Islands, an archipelago in the South Atlantic Ocean. Despite being self-governing, the Falkland Islands are protected by the British still to this day. The war that took place in the early 1980s is one reason some travelers visit the islands. It is a chance to explore military history. Other tourists visit the Falklands for their beautiful wildlife. Visitors will see the island's populations of Magellanic and gentoo penguins. There are also large groups of king and rockhopper penguins. Along with other bird species, the Falklands are home to elephant seals and sea lions. The climate is fairly mild year-round, although it is cold enough to support penguins. November to February is the best time of the year to visit due to the weather. Many of the ships that arrive off the Falkland Islands coast are ice strengthened, enabling them to push through the cold Atlantic waters off the coast. Drake Passage. The Drake Passage is an area of extremely turbulent weather. It is a notorious area and covers 800 kilometers of the sea. Rather than be a destination for travelers to see, it is a place to experience. It is an area for fearless adventurers on their journeys to the ends of the earth. Visitors will find an authentic adventure on a trip to the Drake Passage. The weather is unpredictable throughout the year, and it can change at a moment's notice. Although the Drake Passage is in a remote part of the world, it is a necessary evil for traveling to Antarctica. The reward for making the journey through the Drake Passage is the area's diverse wildlife. Seabirds, dolphins, whales, and penguins are just some of the wildlife on display. Whale watching is one of the most popular activities while sailing through the Drake Passage. Palmer Archipelago. The Palmer Archipelago features glaciers, bays, snow-capped mountain peaks, and icebergs. Visitors to the area may see whales, penguins, and seals, enjoying the cold waters around the archipelago. The Palmer Archipelago is a collection of 52 snow and ice-covered islands situated just off the coast of the Antarctic Peninsula. It is a group of mostly uninhabited islands, and most of which have never been explored by humans. The most popular destination in the Palmer Archipelago is Anvers Island, Antwerp Island. It is described as an important bird area due to the diverse bird populations that arrive from time to time. Palmer Station is located on Anvers Island and has been in operation since 1968. The island is ideal for snow hiking and seeing wildlife. Over the years, Argentina and the United Kingdom have operated research bases on the Palmer Archipelago. Today, cruise ships pass through the area. Deception Island. Deception Island is filled with history and lore. The name of the island is, well, deceptive. It is in fact an active volcano. Deception Island is one of 2 active volcanoes in Antarctica. Visitors will sail into Port Foster, which is an open caldera. It was formed around 10,000 years ago after a massive eruption. Deception Island looks like a deserted world after an apocalyptic disaster. Steam rises from the ground, and there are rusted buildings located on the island. Relics can be found across it. It feels like a ghost town, as if the people who previously occupied Deception Island just left in the night. The island was once used as a whaling station, housing up to 500 people at the height of summer. However, with some species of whales hunted to near extinction, the station was abandoned. Today, visitors can explore Deception Island's past by seeing its scattered debris from a bygone era. South Shetland Islands. The South Shetland Islands are just 120 kilometers off the Antarctic Peninsula coast. Despite their location, the South Shetland Islands are very popular amongst travelers. The islands are ideal for travelers seeking to explore unique landscapes and wildlife. 11 major islands make up the archipelago and are home to wildlife specific to the area. Chinstrap penguins use the island as breeding grounds. The islands are also filled with history. Frank Wild led a party from the Shackleton Endurance Expedition that camped on the icy landscape for 137 days. Point Wild has a statue of Chilean pilot captain Luis Alberto Pardo Villalon, who rescued the men from certain death. The South Shetland Islands are great for hiking. Outdoor lovers will enjoy the moon-like landscape across the islands. Scientific research is conducted in the region. 19 research bases can be found in the South Shetland Islands. Prydz Bay. Explorers first set sight on Prydz Bay in 1931. 4 years later, the bay was explored by Clarius Mikkelsen, a Norwegian whaler captain. It was later mapped from the air during the Lars Christiansen expedition. The bay was named after Olaf Prydz, who was the Hallfingerness Assurance Forning general manager back in Norway. The bay is situated in between the Ingrid Christiansen and the Lars Christiansen coasts. A giant glacial drainage system flows into Prydz Bay. The bay is home to a variety of avian life, but the bird populations depend on the ice, temperatures, and wind remain in the areas. Emperor penguins also call Prydz Bay home. The bay's location makes it an area that hasn't been heavily explored by visitors. Although it is a beautiful area with its own wildlife, few people have seen Prydz Bay. So which place did you like the most in Antarctica? Tell us in the comment section below, and also let us know where you are watching this video from.